let's talk about heaven, right? Let's talk about heaven. Help us understand this idea of heaven. Again, we have our own ideas of what do we get whisked away? Is it up in the clouds? Is there streets of gold? Is there a person with a harp? Like what is heaven?
Black Sabbath or a person with a harp? I don't know.
I mean, I don't know which one I would choose, but
yeah.
I'm just kidding. Tell us about heaven.
This is, I think, one of the great missteps that we've made as a church, and I mean broadly speaking, is that we've been big on hell and we've undersold the promise of heaven. And so we're kind of like, salvation is really a get out of hell card. And so people are like, oh, yeah, I don't want to go there, you know. And it misrepresents the character of God. So in other words, God is an angry judge who can't wait to send you to hell. But if you believe in Jesus, you can get out of hell. You go, when you read the scriptures, what you discover, again, is a God who goes to great lengths to save and to rescue. And actually, the Bible's picture of the final scene of the story is much better than heaven. One of my favorite theologians, New Testament scholar, N.T. Wright, he says, he's this famous little tongue-in-cheek joke. He says, heaven is great, but it's not the end of the world. And what he means is, yeah, you get to go to be with Jesus when you die, but that's not the end of the story. The end of the story is that God himself will come down, destroy death forever, give bodily resurrection to those who are in him, unite heaven and earth, make all things new again. Death shall be no more. Every tear will be wiped away, and all things will be made new.
Amen.
That's good news. When I think about that, I think that's amazing good news. And when I've sat pastorally with people who are grieving the most tragic deaths, I've sat in hospital rooms and gravesides and funeral homes, and when people are grieving the worst thing of all, heaven, this idea that their loved one is floating on a cloud somewhere, it's like, that's not what I want. What I want is all of the joy and all of the love and all of the connection and beauty of laughter and friendship. And I go, well, you know what? Everything God promises about the new creation will be more, not less, than anything we know on earth today. That's the promise. If sin abounds, grace abounds more. New creation will always be more than even the best that this creation could ever approach. Does that make sense? So I think I would love to make big on the promise of hope, of Christian hope. Do you know the end of the Nicene Creed? We're talking about this creed again 1,700 years ago. The end of the creed is not, so you better watch out. The end of the creed is, we look for the resurrection of the dead and the life of the world to come. Fear is a terrible long-term motivator, but hope is a powerful sustainer of a life with God. Imagine living your life looking for the resurrection of the dead and the life of the world to come. That'll get you through your worst days. That'll get you through your business failing. That'll get you through a painful relationship situation. Not the fear of hell, but the promise of hope. That's what will get you through the worst days of your life.